How's it going, my dudes? Welcome back to another video. So as soon as I released this video earlier yesterday, a Discord resourcer came back to me and he suggested that the power flip teams that I ran with were not at their prime, so to speak. So I took him on a challenge and we pitted ourselves against the Golem Advance. Naturally, I got destroyed. Let's see how the runs went. So this is his team. It's kind of similar to the power flip team that I used, except that he has a Sonya and he replaced my Rico with a Sonya and he replaced my Caillou with a Liesel. So Liesel is obviously just there for stronger co-op heals, but because he replaced my Rico with a Sonya, his team now has an additional 75% attack buff. So that could be something pretty essential for this run. Generally speaking, all he's really doing here is stacking a lot of attack buffs and a lot of power flip damage percentages. And these two stats are exactly what you need to have a successful power flip team. And I was skeptical about water power flip, but I will be the first to admit my mistake in this sense. I found it incredibly difficult to stack combos using a water power flip team. So according to the man himself, jabneilson from Discord, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to showcase your team. What his claims are is that level 1 power flip does about 100,000 damage, a level 2 power flip does about 300,000 damage, and a level 3 power flip does about 500,000 damage. So that is a lot less than a fire power flip team, but it is enough to create more than just a ripple in a water team, where generally water teams are kind of cucked, right? Their damage is pretty low as compared to other elements. So he is clearly doing something right over here. Do take note that Sharon have water resistance debuffs, which could really help your team's DPS a lot. And here is the score. I got absolutely destroyed, dudes. So okay, maybe he got lucky, right? Because power flip teams do rely on RNG a little bit. So we're gonna do this a few more times. Definitely not gonna embarrass myself further here. Now with the introductions out of the way, let's take a look at his team for reals. I should mention that these are the skill gauges of his team. It's generally on the low side, and the nice thing about this team is that you don't need to combo your skills in any sense. It's pretty much just the moment you get it, toss it, that's about it. It's not really like your skill damage team where you need to have the wombo combo in order to be really efficient. So that could be something nice to have. Let's check out Sonya's skill and abilities. For her leader buff, water characters attack plus 30%, and every 30 combo water characters attack plus another 12% caps out at 60% for a total of 90%. And her skill launches into a swords dance. For a short while, inflict water damage to enemies around her. Damage increases by 10% for the number of buffs that she has. And she grants 75% attack buff to all parties. Ability number 1, every 30 combo own attack plus 10% caps out at 60%. Ability number 2, own attack buff duration plus 50%. Ability number 3, while self is buffed, you do a multi-hit and your direct damage increases by 50%. So from a power flip point of view, technically speaking, ability 1 and ability 2 are kind of useless for a power flip because they benefit herself, not the leader. But ability number 2 does, in a sense, manipulate ability 3, so she does do multi-hits for a longer period of time, which would then benefit your power flip team. And of course, her skill itself drops a massive attack buff that really benefits the leader. And of course, let's not forget, her skill damage will contribute to her output as well. So we're cutting it really close, we are just 600,000 below him. So let's do it again, right? No shame in a loss. Let me quickly talk about Sharon. Her leader skill increases power flip damage by 85% and the combo count needed for level 3 power flip decreases by 3. Her skill, swings and iron ball deals water damage to enemies in front, inflicting water resistance down debuff. Ability number 1, power flip damage plus 25%. Ability number 2, while self has attack buff, power flip damage plus 50%. And ability number 3, combo count needed for level 3 power flip reduces by 3 and power flip damage increases by yet another 40%. So Sharon is pretty sick for power flips. And of course we end off with Alice, who is his leader. While water characters' HP is at or above 80%, that character's attack plus 140%. And she is a bruiser type, which means that she does insane amount of damage to a single target during a power flip. Her skill does some damage around her to enemies in a certain direction, and you grant float buff to all allies for 8 seconds. Ability number 1, while allies have float buff, own attack plus 50%. Ability number 2, while own HP is at or above 80%, own attack plus 55%. And ability number 3, when self is healed, own attack plus 15%, caps out at 90%. So I guess there is some strong synergy in this setup that we just did not see in the previous video. And of course he runs Viron for extra attack. So that's the end of this video, guys. Do let me know what you think about the runs down in the comments below. It's amazing how there are hidden gems around the corner, and sometimes we are just too focused on what's in front of us that we don't see some stronger setup around us. So I have a lot more to learn, and I hope you do too as well. That's the whole point of this channel. So this has been free to play, by the way, and as always, I will see you in the next video.